Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the serious strategy gamer and we're returning to Command Modern Operations where we're playing as the US against Iran. So this is the mission Black Tiger 3. We have just had our little ship over here, one of the destroyers in this group, run on a mine which we presume has been laid by this Iranian mine layer. We're not at war yet, but as one of the pieces of escalation, we have been tasked to take out a couple of the Iranian ships over here. We've just taken out a frigate over here. You can still see in the 3D view over here. You can still see the ship over here, the F-76, and a couple of the harpoon missiles that have overshot it because we did use a little bit of an overkill. There's also this ship over here, which is a missile gunboat, so still a semi-formidable threat, I would say. We are using a couple of further aircraft, these two guys over here, which are flying in extremely close coordination, towards this target and presumably to one of these three other ships over here afterwards. Yeah, you can still see, I think, most of our strike group over here. They're just returning from their strike over here. You can see they are somewhat nice in information, and you can even see down there is our carrier group, with specifically the Nimitz class carrier that is the centerpiece of our organization. Now, unfortunately, you can see over here, and I guess we can see that somewhat in that direction over there, I think, over here, we have spotted a number of new contacts, and that is a little bit, well, so-so, because I don't know what these guys are doing and why they just launched. I think this might be a response to us sinking this ship, and that of course does mean we need to be a little bit careful about what these guys are going to do. So what I am going to do is, firstly, I'm going to take Rock 2 over here, which is an electronic warfare task group, and I'm going to send it back over there. I think that should be alright. Can I also see the mission, please? Mission editor, the anti-submarine warfare duty. This one. Okay, yeah, it's over here. So this is the area where we're currently looking for enemy submarines. I would like to extend that a little bit towards the south over here, towards the area where we are most likely to go next. Right, so that's okay. Good, yeah. So the electronic warfare dude is going to come up a little bit towards the south. We've got this Super Hornet, which does carry some anti-air equipment. I'm going to use its sensors, specifically its radar, to maybe check out what these guys are over there, and that might be a little bit helpful over here. Yeah, you can see both of these guys are now returning. Down there you can still see this strike group over there. Right. We've also got a couple of aircraft over here, over the Strait of Hormuz itself. There you can see our task group, which is sort of skirting the area over there, and there is the enemy ship. We also got a couple of Merlins over here, which are streaming towards that task group, primarily to find any mines. And hoping that these harpoons over here do not strike anything else while they're going for, while they're streaming past this target over here. We also still have a large number of aircraft here in the air. Do we know what these guys are? Tigers and MiG-29s. Interesting, interesting. I'm really unsure what these guys are going to do next, but we will have to see, I guess. Right, we also got this gem over here. Should be okay. I'm thinking that we have nothing that we can use against this ship over here, but currently we may not attack it because it's within Iranian waters, and that is off limits to us right now because we don't want to do too much. Right, this ship here seems to be damaged, but nevertheless we will of course attack it with these aircraft over here. I suppose you can come down a little bit. I'm not sure whether we have any downward limitation on this thing over here. So yeah, the launch altitude is very, very rough over here. All units in Alpha Bravo, Alpha Whiskey reports multiple bogies scrambling from Kish Island. These tracks assessed as potential hostiles. Yes, indeed. And that is what we've just seen up over here. So these guys are potentially trying to engage us, but we do not know. And that is one of the actually nice things about this this task over here. By the way, I can see these guys here coming in for the landing on the carrier. Not sure how realistic this track really is, but still, it's okay. Right, so you are all on combat air patrols. That's okay. These guys are, I think, from the Iranian Air Force. We don't know exactly. We can see that this flight over here has just launched a Maverick over there on this ship. Interesting development there. You're very, very fast. Do you guys have anti-air equipment? You do. Let's try to skim past that, please. I don't want to go right into that. Interesting that you're diving down so quickly now, while this missile here is streaming towards its target, obviously. Yeah. And hopefully you will be doing some damage there. That might be okay. And look at these harpoons actually acquiring another target up over here. So that's also very interesting to see. These sea skimmers here are attacking another Iranian ship. And I'm very much hoping that we are not bringing these guys into Iranian waters, because I think, yeah, we will definitively kill this ship there. But then these guys are streaming up ahead. We've also killed this ship over here, which is nice to see. And you are now streaming towards your further targets up over here, which is okay. Yeah, nice. But what are you guys doing? Please do not kill this fishing boat. That would be so awkward. Okay, you guys all coming up towards us over there. Not nice, but only so much that we can do about that. I suppose we could scramble a lot more aircraft. Yeah, I think, you know what, with all of them coming in, I think this is the appropriate time to take a look at our carrier task group. See what we've got over here. We've got a couple of Super Hornets. We've got also further Super Hornets here. Yeah, that's okay. And let's launch another group of 2 aircraft. Should only take you a minute to take off, but then again, these guys are very close. 40 miles is not a lot. Also got this group over here, which I do want to keep over here, I believe. Just to make sure that you're sort of covering this area. These reference points can be moved, because these are our anti-mining equipment, and you know, our anti-mining aircrafts are only coming up like over there, so yeah, I guess makes sense to move that up a little bit like that. Right, okay, you guys should be engaging that ship down there. Why are you not doing that? Can I just briefly check on... Okay, can I deallocate everything? Okay, let's deallocate that. Let's... Okay, that's alright, good. Right, so let's grab you, both of you. You have 1 missile, you have 2 missiles. Can I... Weapon must detect target prior to firing. Okay, so we don't have enough information about these guys down there, and that might be because the cloud cover is relatively low. So what we might actually want to do here is go a lot lower than we are currently. Let's say 4,000 feet. I think that should be alright. And I guess cruise speed should be perfectly fine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come up like this. Yeah, so now you guys should be diving. And you are. So let's see whether it's going to work out. Engaged offensively. Yeah, right guys, you need to come down. We could also, of course, just use your radar. But I don't see any launches as of now. Can I ask you to just come about, please? Okay. So let's get you towards low altitude. Let's keep an eye on all of these guys. I think you probably are just trying to land on the carrier. Yeah, you are. You guys are also coming into that towards that. You are okay over there. This is the jammer. This is the guy over there. That's okay. Right, and you should now be able to see these guys. So let's come about over there. Yeah, just look at that dive over here. That track. Right, okay, let's do it like that and sort of do a nice attack run over here. I've also got another helicopter here. I'm not sure what you are doing. Oh, I think you're trying to engage these guys. Not sure whether that is actually required. Let's actually do bring up about again and come down here. Likewise, you might come up over here. I thought we needed them over here. I don't think we do anymore. Right, okay, can you guys now please turn around? Let's do it like that. Right, and then let's assign a single missile to each of these guys. And that should hopefully be okay. Right, that one we're not going to engage. Our harpoon missiles are still flying into Iranian airspace there, which I don't really appreciate, but that's okay. There we go. This missile is on a very, very weird track over here. I have no idea what you're doing. What's going on? Okay, let's assign another missile to this guy because that was clearly a misfire. In the turn over there, that was really, really bad. Come on, there we go. That one looks a lot more like it. Yeah, perfectly fine there. Then the second one, please. Oh, look at that. The Maverick over there has been retargeted and is coming in now. So that's nice to see. But here we go. A missile. Right. Okay, that changes everything. That does change a lot of things. So what we've got over here is one of these guys, a MiG-29, has been firing a missile. So the MiG-29 is a multi-role aircraft. We don't know what exactly it fired there. So we need to be a little bit prepared. We could of course look at that, but I'm not going to do that. So yeah. No, this is an air-to-air fire control radar that we are seeing there. So that is a missile that is coming in for our air group here. And that of course is very, very disheartening. And luckily we do have these two Hornets right over here, very close to these aircraft actually. And that of course is nice to see. So what we're going to do of course is we're going to take this group and we are going to order it to attack these aircraft here. And you have in fact already allocated a lot of stuff on these guys. So let's have a look. So this one is being allocated by rims from the Nimitz class. Interesting. And you are shot at by Gunslayer 6. Now what I want to do is I want to take this guy over here and engage it as well, because you're so much closer to this compared to anyone else. Did I just allocate the Sidewinders? No, I did not. Okay, that's fine. You can engage this gentleman here with a Sidewinder though, so let's do that as well. So you're going to fire 3 missiles at him, and you're going to fire... Why only a single one? By Gunslayer 7. Are you firing something else at the Tiger? At one of these Tigers? You know what? That's fine for now. Let's have a look at that. And you know what? You return to base Winchester, which is okay. But what I do want to do then is allocate 1 missile towards each of you. And I'm going to ask you to unassign from your current thing. So yeah, that's okay. You're not going for that direction. And what I would like you to do is turn on your sensors so that you do get a good radar firing solution on both of these guys here. And that should be okay. And I do want you to use afterburner because you do have way more than enough fuel, and I think that should be okay. Good. We've also just scrambled another group over here, which should be you guys. You're trying to climb away. Let's try to get you away from this scenario as well. Let's do afterburner speed. And let's re-engage time over here and see what's going to happen. So there we go. Lots of missiles being launched, specifically by this group over here. What are you doing? You're engaged defensively. I don't want you to be engaged defensively. I want to keep you having a target lock. You're in very good. You're in very good orientation there. So yeah, I think what I actually need to do. New contact. Where's that over here? Another missile being fired there. That's okay principally, but you guys here, I would like you to not take evasive action. And where is that again? Rules of engagement? No. Misc. Automatic evasion. Inherited? No. So that should be okay. Engage defensive. Let's unassign you from that. And let's keep on running this direction with active radar, actually, so that we do maintain a good lock on these aircrafts up there as our missiles are streaming in that direction. And that, I think, should be okay. Who are you? What are you doing? You're coming up against these guys. That should be fine too. You're also engaged defensively. That's alright. And we do see that our carrier has actually launched 2 of these vertically launched anti-air missiles here. And we can see another funny stream over here. That's one of the F-18s. With it, sometimes these guys have a very funny vertical orientation there. Right, up over here, all of our guys have now launched missiles against these ships there, I believe, so that should be perfectly fine. You're now out of fuel, basically, so you're coming home, and that should be fine. Perfect. Good. Yeah, let's resume and see what is going to happen principally over here, as this group hopefully now retains a little bit more target lock on these guys over there. And we can see a lot of their missiles, of our missiles streaming in there, and hopefully taking out some of these guys. Where's that? There's another missile coming in from these guys over there. But look at that. So all of these aircraft here have been taken out, which is perfectly lovely to see. And that does mean these guys here basically have fired all of their ammunition. So I'm going to tell you here to return to base. Can I do that, please? Return to base as ordered. Yes, lovely. And then these missiles are streaming somewhere, but they are relatively unguided, so I'm not sure they are going for anything in particular. Specifically, as this guy here is obviously taking evasive action, and I think he might be actually successful in doing that. Good. You know what? You can actually come up a little bit again in that direction here, because I think at least one of these missiles here is still flowing in that direction here. Yeah, and that missile also seems to have missed, so you're now re-engaging, you're coming up against these targets there, that's fine. And this ship up there has been taken out. These guys here are coming up against these aircrafts now, so that's lovely to see. Because that again means, oh look at these harpoons still streaming further into Iran, I really don't like that. So what we can do is definitely just target these guys over here with our missiles as such. It's gonna reduce our weight a little bit, and that might mean we can do more damage here as we are streaming out, and that should hopefully be okay against these 2 guys. You can see they are trying to dive away there, as one of these missiles is coming up against them. And that might be actually very useful for us, because one of the things actually that I do like about the 3D view over here is that you get a lot better idea about the vertical space over here. And this guy has been, the missile has missed, but it has forced him to come down very low. And that does mean he's now very more, quite a little bit more unlikely to actually escape us. Oh, there's another flight over here which has launched a missile at these guys. You can see that coming in there. Yeah, and because they are now so low, they don't have that much space to maneuver from, and that's okay because this guy has now been lost. The question is, does that missile here retarget to this tiger over there? I would certainly hope that it does. This guy is maneuvering in a way that might be a little bit more likely. Yeah, it does seem like there is another target lock there, and that does look perfectly fine as these 2 missiles are coming in from slightly different directions, and the first one is a hit, so that's lovely to see. Very good result for us over here, and very nice indeed. So we've got still these aircraft up here, these Tomcats, which of course are very comparatively heavy aircraft, and I mean American made, so that is interesting. We still have 1 target that is still in Iranian waters though, so I'm not going to engage it. That should be okay for now. Right, and that means you guys can now actually return to base, please, which I think you're doing. You should be going back to base as well. Yeah, you are. Likewise you, perfect. That's very lovely to see. All of our guys are basically coming back. Nice. Good. Right, okay, I think we can move these things here a little bit further even. So this is the anti-mining equipment stuff that these guys are doing here. So let's make sure that they are on relevant tracks. And they are now, so that's good to see. Right, of course, still more aircraft here from the Iranian side. And look at this. This must be so tense, knowing that there has been a lot of fighting already. And these guys here are basically in a little bit of a dogfight. Or in a mock dogfight even. Still, so far, everything is alright over there. Got the anti-submarine warfare patrols down here. We've got a lot of aircraft up here. We still got the Russians buzzing around over here. With the sort of... You can see the radar dish on the aircraft there. So that's interesting to see. Ripper over here. Still providing air cover. There's another group coming up. No, this is just the Tomcat. Do they have 3 Tomcats? I didn't know they had. Yeah, but this hasn't just been launched from the airbase. And I know it's a little bit cheating, but you can see a little bit of the airbase down there. Specifically, some of the anti-air equipment that they presumably do have down there. Of course, they could have a lot of anti-shipping missiles on the Iranian coast, actually. This guy over here. He's going 45 knots, which is not insignificant. So he could be here over in a couple of minutes, but this, again, is just the area where we're not supposed to engage, so I'm not going to do that for now. Oh, lovely. Well, isn't this nice? So yeah, there we go. Are you guys still streaming ahead? Yeah, 22 knots. Still okay. Okay, so I think we can accelerate time here a little bit. See whether anything is going to happen. So far, nothing too bad. Very happy about the performance of our anti-air missiles over there, so that's good. Still everything alright over there. A couple of MiG-29s over here. That's okay. These Tomcats are buzzing around a little bit more. And this ship still is not outside of their engagement range. So we're not going to engage it. I think you're coming in for the landing there on the carrier. And this is not how you'd land on a carrier. This is just way too much speed. By the way, you can see the combat air patrol or just the holding pad of the Growler over there. Electronic warfare. It's just trying to burn off that much speed on just like 4 miles is not going to work. Yeah, but you know what? There are certain limitations in the scenario over here. Right, what have we got over here? Just an MH60. Where can we... Oh, you're probably on the anti... I don't know what you're doing. Probably anti-submarine warfare, dude. Yeah, and you are also in the holding pattern, so you'll be landing soon. That's okay. Yeah, I know. You know what? These guys here are coming up. So let's actually, I guess, launch one of our Super Cobras here. It's going to be a quick launch, 30 seconds. Shouldn't take too long. Sometimes it's just a little hard to see. And of course I had to turn off all of the noises, but yeah, that's unfortunate. Right, okay, let's get you over here. Because you're going to try to engage these guys there. We do not want to risk them attacking us, and since they have left the protection of their waters, we are going to engage. Right. You're coming up there, that's okay. And I suppose I can already say that I want 2 Hellfire missiles targeted at this gentleman at your earliest convenience. Right. MiG-29s, Tomcats are being bossed by our guys now a little bit, but you know what, I think that's acceptable. Scenario is supposed to last 1 more hour, but let's see whether anything is going to happen. The last one's presented a very gradual escalation into war, which I do find interesting as a concept, honestly. But yeah, we'll have to see. You're still jamming, so hopefully these guys are not actually aware that we are coming in. But I suppose you must be coming in a little bit more towards the south. Actually, it's funny to see that you're only 3 times as fast as this ship, even though you are you're not a fixed-wing aircraft, but you're still an aircraft. Aircraft? An aircraft? I don't know. Right, okay, these guys are doing fine. We've got our combat patrol basically for these guys down there. Lovely, actually. You guys are doing... Ah, no, this is just the helicopters. Alright, alright. Well, so far their aircraft seem to have withdrawn a little bit, so that's nice. Happy that we did not launch a lot more there. Yeah, and our helicopter is just beelining towards a decent intercept, or what we believe to be a decent intercept. New ground contract, really? What is that? Commercial fishing boat. Yeah, well, there is a lot of traffic in the Strait of Hormuz. This is not close to being realistic, but still, it's interesting to see that the scenario did include that much traffic. Okay, let's send you a little bit more towards the south there, and I think we will be able to intercept them. Oh, you do have sidewinders, interestingly. Just a sort of close air defense. What is that? Just very weird dome over here. Yeah, surface-to-air missiles. It's not a big surprise that they do have surface-to-air missiles over here. We can actually see a couple of them right over there, so... Yeah, I mean, using TAC view is it sometimes feels a little bit like cheating. You need to return to base, bingo, yeah. So you can't really identify this guy. Too bad, I would have liked to know what he is, just to confirm that he is in fact friendly. Okay, we do know about these guys now, so let's try to get over there. I kind of think we're not going to go there. Well, 100 miles. You're just not going to make it. Right, over here, this would now be in Sidewinder range. We're not trying to engage it with Sidewinders though. But yeah, it's only a very small boat. And the only reason we are shooting 2 missiles at it is due to some uncertainty about its nature. Right. We also have a couple of aircraft down here in this airbase if we would need them. But I think right now we do not, so that's alright. What on earth are you doing? Buzzing around the Iranian airspace like that. Sometimes aircraft do get weirdly hung up on that. Okay, let's witness you engage that. In fact... Yeah, there we go. Come on. Classified. Subject, terminate operation Persian Fury. Target tracks have been neutralized. All units are to stand down unless acting in self-defense. Strike units should disengage and return to base as the tactical situation permits. Rules of engagement remains weapons tied. He is hoping they got the message. Right, so we've sunk that ship, so let's return to base over here with you. I think you are able to come back home, and that should be okay. And let's try to disengage you here from this peculiar air corridor. Yeah, aircrafts tend to be a little bit weird in that regard. Right, okay. So, nevertheless, everything seems to be fine over here. Let's see whether the Iranians are going to take that for further escalation now, or whether something else is going to happen. It might just be that nothing much further is going to happen, so we might as well go very slow over here. Okay, what are you guys doing? Ah, this is unfortunate. I hate it when aircraft do that. That happened a lot in our Russian playthrough, or in our playthrough of the Russian scenario. Come on, can I get you to go in this direction then? Maybe over here? It's annoying. Okay, let's keep an eye on the air situation though. Even though this is going extremely fast. Where are you going? Don't get hung up on that border. I mean, at least it's a short scenario, so you can return to... Why is everyone coming towards our carrier now? Okay, I dislike that a lot. Right, so we've got 2 Hornets over here. We've got 2 Super Hornets over here. These guys are not our Air Force, but they are still around, so that's nice to see. You are around as well. Let's get you towards the back a little bit, likewise you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scramble more aircraft because these guys are getting way too close for my liking. So let's see what we've got over here. More Growlers. That's not exactly what I need. Let's launch you guys as a group. That means we only have 2 guys as a backup there. Which is not quite reassuring. All of the other guys do of course carry some form of AMRAAMs, so maybe that's going to be okay. Let's go to 2 times speed. Because I feel everyone here is coming close towards us. And I do not like to see that. You're a little bit on your own here, my friend. And you're carrying harms. Well, you were carrying harms. You are carrying still AMRAAMs, so yeah, you might be alright there. Okay, you have gotten rid of your situation there. That's nice to see. Okay, and you're coming up there. That's good. That's good. Let's see what these guys are doing. They are intercepting. Still only buzzing. This is not a war yet. You don't want to easily start a war. But I don't want to have these guys over my aircraft carrier either. Man, man, man. This is not friendly behavior over here. Can I get the other... Is that you? Yeah. Can I get you to also use your offensive stuff there? Oh, look at that. They're now going for the Iranian aircraft down here. And they are returning. So far, so good. Time is ticking down here. Man, man, man. Nothing further up here. No mines or anything. Just look at that. Just look at the amount of air cover over here. And more aircraft are coming in here. Landing. I think that's alright as these guys are disengaging. It seems at least. I am open to a couple of my guys landing as well. So that's nice. Yeah. And you're landing now. With these weird landing patterns. Okay. So now it has concluded. That's good to see. Major victory. Let's also see our expenditures. No losses, just a couple of missiles. Of course, these are tremendously expensive stuff. This is, at least. Right, on their side, they expended a couple of mines, actually, so it's nice that that was not placed in this scenario. It was just done there. That's good to see. They lost 6 ships. Nothing big to see, though. So, yeah, that's nice. Losses, yeah, on their side, 4 aircraft as well. They did expend a little bit of chaff and launched 3 AA-10s. Well then. Yeah, very nice. So, hope you enjoyed. Of course, the next one is going to be Tiger 4, where there's going to be further escalation. And we've seen gradually shift from scenario to scenario, and I fully expect that by Tiger 5, which is going to be the final one, we are going to see an all-out war here. But yeah, stay tuned until that. Probably going to be posted in the next couple of days. I need to see whether I can do that before the weekend, but yeah, let's see. Bye-bye, guys.